Hey guys, today I want to talk about a very interesting topic, conformity. What is conformity? Conformity is when, basically, it's when we do what other people are doing just because that's what they're doing, pretty much. So conformity is when we blend in or we do the same things as other people around us to fit in. That's what conformity is. And the reason I'm talking about this today is I was just looking back at my notes from school, and I took a class in school about psychology. Like, psychology is like how we think, right? It's like what is inside my mind, right? That is psychology. There was an experiment done to test how much people conform. So here I have an experiment. So I'm going to tell you about an experiment, a test to see how much people conform, right? And this experiment, and the basic idea of this experiment is to see if people can question their own basic, and this experiment made people question their own thinking, because in the experiment, the participants, the people participating in the experiment, were shown a line, two lines. They were shown two lines, a line here and a line here. One was shorter than the other, right? This one was a long line and this one was a short line. And all they had to do is say which line was longer. That's very easy. If you have a line here and a line here, that's super easy. It's very clear which one is longer. But the people around them, the participant in the experiment, the people around them were all lying. They were saying that the shorter line was longer. And so this confused. The participant was really confused because they don't know what was going on. And sometimes in this experiment, the participant actually did say that the shorter line was longer just because everyone else around them was. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? But wow. That's insane, right? That's crazy how you can be tricked so easily. Just if people around you are saying one thing, it'll make you confused and you'll start saying it yourself too. And that is conformity. That is conformity. Another experiment about conformity was the elevator experiment. So an elevator moves you up floors in a building, right? Instead of walking upstairs, you can take the elevator. So in this elevator experiment, people around them in the elevator, riding in the elevator, were all facing the other way. They were facing the back of the elevator, right? They were, facing the back of the elevator, and that's weird. And no one said anything. That when the participant walked into the elevator, they were a little bit confused. They were like, they didn't actually say out loud, why are people facing the back? But sometimes they started facing the back of the elevator without saying a word. They didn't ask anyone why are we doing this? They just did it. And so the people around them, let me be clear, in these experiments, the people around them are actors, right? They aren't real. They aren't really normal people. They're actors for the experiment. They're paid to do that, right? and the one participant in the experiment is not an actor, just a normal person, right? So, right, these experiments are very interesting. They're kind of crazy, but they are also very, very, very interesting. And this shows what conformity really is. Now, you may be thinking, you guys might be thinking, conformity, I don't like, that's bad, right? Conformity is bad. You know, people should have their own ideas and thoughts and not be so influenced by other people. They shouldn't just copy what everyone else is doing. But if you think about it, you do realize that we need conformity. Conformity is good for society. Society would not work without conformity, because conformity makes us work together, and it makes things, run smoothly. It makes things work well, right? So, that's very interesting. There are good things about conformity and bad things about conformity, right? Positives, there are pros and cons, positives and negatives to conformity. But however you think of it, good or bad, it is a very interesting topic in psychology. Again, psychology is like inside our mind, how we think about things. So I think it's very interesting, and I hope you guys think it's very interesting as well. I'll see you guys next time.